Hi, Andrew.
Hi.
This is a little more than 24 hours out from surgery. Got to get in the CPM machine. I'm still terrified to take my brace off first. So instead, I get my stuff in here and then slide it off. But this machine will just bend and straighten. I've got it set at 60, and it goes all the way down to -6. Whew, still feels weird out of the brace. My foot, will you help my foot? It's not, I feel like it's not all the way back there. There we go. Sorry, video's jerky because I'm still a little terrified. Is it lined up properly? There we go. Strapping me in this bad boy. Is it plugged in?
No.
Alright, so I gotta use this for 90 minutes at a time. So you just hit start and it starts bending. And I gotta do this 3 times a day now.
90 minutes.
I need to read the instructions to see how soon
11:45 you're done.
they want me to up the bend.
4 degrees every day if possible.
Well, today is still 60, right?
We'll
And
call
then,
it day 1.
yeah, I did it once yesterday for 90 minutes, and I started like a wimp at like 22 degrees because I was terrified to bend it more than that, but I kept upping it, and by the end of the 90 minutes I was up to 60. So yeah, this is we'll call it day 1.5. Alright, I've been taking oxys every 6 hours. My nerve block wore off very fast yesterday, faster than I thought it would, but I never got too high on the pain scale. I would say started creeping up in the 5 to 6 range. My foot's finally stopped tingling so much, the pins and needles. I know that was a side effect, and now I've just couple times when I've gotten up to go to the bathroom, my brace is on my leg and all this wrap and stuff, it kind of pushes on, I'm going to guess, my surgery spot, and it burns just a little bit. Been doing foot pumps, like you're pushing in gas pedal to keep blood flowing. I've been doing it in both my legs, because when you're on bed rest, prevent blood clots, you should do that. Took a baby aspirin yesterday morning, or yesterday afternoon when I got home from surgery. Today I took a regular adult size aspirin, which I'm going to do every day for 2 weeks, in addition to my foot pumping. Keeping my leg elevated, at least keeping my knee 12 inches, trying above my heart. It's hard to lay in bed and do that and be at a good angle and be able to watch my Netflix. But I've been managing to do that. Lots of ice. Got the ice machine. Still can't really feel the cold. I'm always freaking out, kind of checking underneath to make sure it's cold, and it is. But I don't know if my knee's just numb still, which probably is. I have my first physical therapy session Friday. I'm anxious to go to that, because then they'll unlock my brace from 0 to hopefully 30, so I can bend my leg a little bit. Owie. Other than that, I feel fine. Surgery was fine. The worst part was by far getting the nerve block. The anesthesiologist told me I would not remember getting it, and I very vividly remember getting it. They did kind of sedate me before they did it, which was nice. A little shot of some stuff in my IV that made me feel really good, but it definitely didn't erase my memory. Kind of like you're getting a really deep tattoo is the way I would say the nerve block felt, on top of when they hit the nerve, it makes your foot go like this, like crazy. But that's how he knows he hit the right nerve, because your foot starts jerking. It's very weird. They do it in the back of the leg and then the front of the leg. The back of the leg was what hurt the most. It was like pinching or like a tattoo or really bad bee sting. Like maybe a couple wasps were just going to town on you. It's the best way I can describe it. Nothing too horrific. Then after that, they waited a little bit, let the nerve block kick in. They wheeled me in the operating room. Busted through the doors. I saw a picture of my MRI. I was like, that's my knee. And I was very concerned about how much of my meniscus they were going to take, which I started asking immediately. They're like, we don't know until we get in there. And then I remember the lady doc who's training with Stanfield, my doctor. I remember her saying to me, we're going to give you Percocets. I don't know if I was asking about pain pills, or I don't really remember why she was telling me that. And then they slid me over to the operating bed, and boom, next thing I know, I'm waking up. So anyone who's afraid of going under for surgery, that was amazing. It was like no time at all went by. I was just out. The doctor, I was a little disappointed. The doctor did not come talk to me after the surgery. He talked to my husband. He was doing, I think, 8 or 9 knee surgeries that day, and I was first, so I'm sure he wanted to get back to cutting people. But I would have liked to talk to him. As far as coming out of anesthesia, I'm going to guess they didn't let my husband come back until I was fully out of it, because the nurse said took me about a half hour to come out of it, and I remember a few minutes before I was awake, like actually dreaming, which means I was sleeping. Who knows what I said to any of those people, but it doesn't really matter. I don't know any of them, so. But they didn't let Andrew come back until I was pretty much fully awake. I feel like I was perfectly fine once they let him come back. I didn't have any nausea, or as far as I remember. I mean, all I wanted to do was have something to drink and something to